Good evening, everybody. What's up, my guy? What up, Puerto Rico? Ho! What up, Melly Mel? Mama T, what's up with it, baby? Hold your head, man. Hold your head. Hold your head. Hold your head. I see it's a whole lot of malarkey going on tonight. And I see that our little chaos demons, the wig and the old gummy bastard, have sown a miserable seed all over this place tonight. That's the chaos that live inside of them. That's that chaos that live inside of them. Can you imagine what they do in a household? Can you imagine the condition of the children's mind where these adults are in charge? Like, if you sit around and you just conspire all day long, just conspiring because the truth is known about you. So you go around and you wake up this hateful spirit that's going around this entire country. It's a really hateful climate right now. When you make cartoons, videos, using likenesses and all of that, it's okay. It's okay. But when someone else does it, not only is it wrong, but they must be punished in the most severest fashion. It's a lot of hypocrisy there. Lots of hypocrisy. These fools, I mean, in the past year, there have been videos mentioning my children. Hell, the wig got one where I'm even calling my son. Okay. have all kinds of nasty sexual things being done to me. This is what people tell me because I'll never give that trash my energy. Never again. Why? Because they're trash. And when you're dealing out here, wheeling and dealing, you cannot forget the source. Never forget it. Never forget the source. And the source is the wig and gummy. They have gone around for the past week trying to start shit. Even had a woman sit on the live and say that my good buddy, my good friend, Vaughn, ZX 1400, my good brother, said that he had given out my court information and that she knows my government name. Someone, please come and tell Queen Sheba that Beasley and Goddess Effect, we all know her real name. We all Tanya Christina Griffin. That's my name. Okay? They done put it up all over the goddamn place. Who don't know my motherfucking name? Okay? This woman, Candy Cartel is her name. So she said it on the live and she said, somebody tell her, blah, blah, blah. So somebody came and told me what was said. So, because I'm a very respectful person and because everything that Vaughn has ever told me has been straight up, has been truthful, and not to mention, he drove hours to come and support me while I went to court. Okay? So she said that or whatever. So someone gave me her email. So I sent her an email. And I said to her, excuse me, um, I was told by someone that my personal information was given to you. And because I have a lot of respect for this man, and because I got so much respect for him, and I said he's been very good to me. So I won't bring him anything that I didn't see for myself with my own eyes. So if you have proof of it, that all of these people have it, including you, present it. She never came back. So I started leaning in to pay attention. And she's in cahoots with the wig and old gummy bastard. What does this mean? This means that they were going to sow confusion whichever way they could. Chaos agents. And then you go around and you incite and inflame everyone. And then you tuck your head down low. Ooh, look at this going on. Ooh, look at that going on. Playing with people fucking lives. Playing with people freedom. Playing with people babies. While you have a damn child in the house. I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen done. Had the nerve to go and send someone so that I could start a fight with ZX. I know you were so disappointed when I sent that damn email. All the lies that have been told on me the past year, I would never believe some stranger coming out the woodwork over someone who has been a friend to me. What I learned doing here is look, everybody ain't gonna act right. Everybody ain't gonna play fair. But when you find someone that does, when you find someone that is kind, that is stand up, that is solid, you love on them. You love on them. You make sure that you give them all the love you can while you can. Exactly, lifted. Vaughn is cool. And I think it's wrong. See, I didn't know about those politics right there until one day. I had never, like I said, the wig wasn't my friend. I didn't, not in a bad way. I just didn't know her. And so I go and she's on there crying. She's going through something with Latanya. And I came on there and I said, hey, stop. Don't you sit up here and cry in front of all of these people. What are you doing? And someone got really upset with me bec- just because they didn't want me to talk to her. And so I know how that can be. And I'm so sorry that you got caught up in that, Lynn. That shit is crazy. And Mama T, I don't understand how the wig and gummy, how any of these people that have like doxed and just done some of the most horrendous shit. I mean, recording and all of this old horrendous shit don't have any room to say, woe is me. Let me tell you something. If I ran around being an asshole to everybody, when somebody came, when them chickens come home to roost, no, let me put it like this. For all the fucked up things I ever did in my life, I never got away with one goddamn thing. It was always an immediate repercussion. I think that that's just God loved me because then I ain't gotta, go the rest of my damn years fucked up in the game. I got it over with right then and there. Recording and doxing and, you know, look, Mama T, look, you figured it out. Don't do that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the first time we ever spoke. It was on a live. And when I came on there, and no, we talked in the DM, I think. And I said, you know, this is this is not what you think this is. I told you. This not what you think this is. You know? This not what you think this is, this not what you think this is. This is exactly what your security said it was. Your security, but because Mama T is a mother spirit, because her soul is a mother, her soul is a mother. So because her soul is a mother, she saw people that were in pain. She connected emotionally, but she didn't quite understand why the emotions, why is it like, abandonment issues? Why does it feel like abandonment? And I understood where she was coming from, but she had not seen the malice. She had not seen that yet. And when you their favorite person, you their favorite person. But as soon as you object to anything, going after people, whatever the case may be, that's your ass. And you better be strong enough to hold it down. And you better be strong enough when 50 million followers come your way spewing lies about you. People don't even now know you, but they know some crazy ass shit you ain't never did. And they believe it. And they go around talking and talking and talking and talking. Hold your goddamn head, Mama T. Hold your head. No, no. I know you heard things, and I know you didn't want to believe them, and I know why. I know why. But that was a lesson I didn't want you to learn. Because, I mean, to put it simply, I come from a household where the elders were like the cherished ones. The oldest member of my family, the older members of my family, they love me because I get all of their drinks, I get all of their plates, I get all of their stuff, I walk them to cars, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even Christian and they be hooking me up on Christmas, shorty. I get mad Christmas cards with cash money, okay? Old people in my family, the elders. I would never call them old people in their face at all. But I'm saying the elders in my family, we cherish them. We really do. We cherish them. We don't throw them in, old folks' homes and all of that old stuff. No, we make room. We make room. Somebody gonna have to lap up, and we got to make room, for grandpa, for grandma. We got to do this, and honey, that's what it is. And the same thing to you, Lynn. Sometimes you just gotta take somebody's word for it, baby. Sometimes you just gotta take someone's word for it. Like I said, I see good. I see good in her. I see good in her, but a first impression lasts forever. And what I seen for a first impression, it was too much. It was too much. It was a little bit too much. Just because I'm sensitive in a way, and it's like when I see somebody with their feelings hurt, like with their spirit crushed, it just hurt. It just hurt on her. Oh, you can send that my way. And I really do have a 501c, Mama T. You can donate. You can donate, and I'll just get at you and show you. You know what I'm saying, what's going on with it, and if you available to do a little bit of traveling. Well, not a little bit. 13-hour, flight. You could join me. Yeah, and let's be really honest about one thing, y'all, because I know that even though my name was like mentioned first, but it's really sad to say that anybody associated with me, anybody that was brave enough to speak to me in the chat room, anybody that was brave enough to come inside of my live, you all were attacked. I first want to say, like, I apologize. I'm so sorry that you all had to get dragged through the mud like this just because you got love for me. I can't take it back. I can't make it go away. But I promise I will always speak truth. I will always speak the truth when it comes down to it. It's always been sad. Cool, Mama T. It's always been sad. Like, all right, okay, Lynn. Okay, Lynn. Mel say, exactly, Mel. Like, it's not so much of that. I would say, like, it's just so much hatred right now. You know what I mean? I love you more, guy. It's so much hatred. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't know. that when this shit got so heavy, yo, because when you hear people talking about your babies, listen, when you hear that, it do something to your whole fucking spirit. It do something to your whole fucking spirit to hear somebody say they gonna bring harm to you and yours. And then it's like, how do I excise that demon out of my heart? How do I excise that up out of me? I can't shake that feeling. That feeling is gonna make me snap. And the only thing you can do is do not ever, ever give that your energy. If you watching it with your eyes while they speak those curses, all is mental. Peace, peace, baby girl. Peace, Jay. What's up, mamas? Uh, you can't watch those people speak those curses on you like that. I learned a long time ago that that's a quick way to become sick in the head. Because you got to understand, you got to be sick in the head to move like that. Your typical adult doesn't move like that. Your typical adult doesn't. So the first thing you better know is, okay, I'm dealing with something abnormal. And then the second thing that you better know is, if you do not, if you do not gain proper perspective over the situation, Mama T, when my spirit heard that, when my spirit heard that, you hear me? All I'm going to say is it took a whole lot to reclaim my mind and my peace. My babies are well protected and well taken care of, and that's what I had to remember. You understand? From the age of 4 years old, my grandfather, um, he's a veteran of foreign war. Him and his dad. His father fought in World War I and he fought in Vietnam. And my grandfather taught me how to, I mean, I could put his shotgun together and take it apart in less than 5 minutes. Like, we would have races, me and him. So things like that will flash in my mind. It was a time that they had said something about my cousin that had kidnapped the cop and put the cop in his trunk, and then they took him to an abandoned house and they was going to kill him, and yeah, it didn't work out. And somebody put that up and thought that that was going, make me feel horrible. And it was a black cop. It don't matter what his color was. He's a crooked cop. And since then, he is actually in federal prison because he was a part of the gun trace task force, the squad of cops that was found to be the most corrupt police ever, and they're serving federal time right now. Four of them all together, and uh he is he going up the river. So what that did to my cousin's case is, at first they took 7 years off his case. Then myself and my sister, oh yeah, his mom passed away. We used some of her policy too. And we got him another lawyer to appeal the case and argue it down. Because he's not no they never got a confession or anything. My one it was two of my cousins. One of them was let out on a medical release. He's terminally ill. And my other cousin's going to be out, by whenever. I don't know. But one thing that I learned from my cousin Tut was that he told me when I was a kid, he said, the one screaming the loudest, that's the punk. He said, you walk up to them and you bust them in their shit. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. But you ain't coming in this goddamn house. Beat the fuck up. What you gonna do? I don't know. You know, the men in my family made sure that I knew how to protect myself very well. I demonstrated that when I was 16 years old. Well, about to turn 16. It was like my birthday was going to be in 3 weeks. And like I said the other day, that you will have to go to Farmville, Virginia, Prince Edwards County to get the docket of my case because my attorney had the entire thing sealed because the charges will not go away. It wouldn't go away after I turned 18. So I was going to get stuck with, attempted murder, grand larceny, impervious something. It was a lot of charges. It was 16 altogether. But I say all of that to say that I would never put my freedom on the line. So I'm going to stay within the law at all times and govern myself accordingly because I know a bitch that's going to handle your ass way better than I ever could. And that bitch name is Karma. She is a vicious bitch. I've seen her come for people and rock their ass to sleep. Peace, no pain. What's up, baby? I have seen it. I have seen Karma come and just, man, shit. Old man raped this kid his whole life. That motherfucker got old and had penile cancer. I said, what is that? Penile cancer? What the hell is that? I was on the wound care team at this time. We walk inside of the goddamn room, honey. Girl, the damn oncology had cut pieces of this man pee off bit by bit, bit by bit. And then, it metastasized and took him out. But I know Mr. Hill. I know Mr. Hill. You know what I mean? I know Mr. Hill. Mama T, I'm gonna have to give you a brochure that they give licensed firearm instructors to distribute if you ever have a problem or whatever with discharging or whatever, so that you fully understand the laws of your state, the laws of your province, so that you don't get railroaded. I just now learned about kangaroo court not too long ago. Okay, so when you out here and you dealing with some demons, they not gonna come right up to you and say, "Hey, I'm a demon." They're not. They're not. They're gonna tell you, "I'm everything good. I'm this. I'm that." And you know what? They're also very crafty at getting their narrative out first. You understand? They're good at getting their narrative out first. So it's like Whoever gets to the mic fast enough. And I'm a very relaxed, laid back person. So I just couldn't understand like where were those lies like coming from. I'm like, what? What? It was crazy. And the wig, she flipped because she can only distribute. She can't take a ass whooping. I can give and take. Every fighter has not won every single fucking fight. You understand? Oh man, Mama T. Look, I'm gonna send you some pictures and stuff. You need to come up to my mountain, man. Take you over the south side of town and let you let loose, honey. So it is an old man up there that's a marksman. He was actually a sniper for the Marines. He was a Marine sniper. His son is a Navy SEAL. He just now retired maybe 4 or 5 years ago. No, more than that. Got to be like 15, 20. But he had a spotter and he was the sniper. So the spotter would say, um, you know, this side, this many degrees, blah blah blah, and he would hit it. And that's I was his spotter that day. It was hunting season had just now started. His wife was gutting this fish, showing me where caviar came from, and he was like, I need a spotter, and I helped him. Oh, okay. Who are you, the infinite one? I don't know you. You might be trying to come up here and do some weird stuff. I don't know. Who are you, guy? Wait a minute. I'm about to open it up though. Anybody want to come up here? Come up here and speak your piece. For real. I hope it don't be grimy this time and it lets me actually post the damn thing, because last time it wanted to be a butt. Oh, okay. All right. My bad, Dub. I ain't know. I ain't know. I mean, humble. Okay. Dub the Great. I know you from somewhere. Where do I know you from? I've seen that name before. Where do I know that name from? My beautiful friend isn't coming in here tonight. She must didn't see the thing. Cause she in the house laid up, booed up with her woman, honey. My girlfriend that's on here, Miss C. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm queer and I'm here.
Hey guy, I'm queering him here.
You know I gotta come in like that, guy.
You already know, guy.
I want you to
Represent.
stop apologizing, guy. It's all good. The truth
I
always
mean,
told, baby.
guy, yo, sometimes it just get like it get hard to watch sometimes. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch.
We cut from a different cloth,
You
love. I
know,
told you that.
I know it. I know it. Like it's hard to watch,
It
man.
is hard to watch, you know.
Like people that's really good people. Like none of us is perfect, man. We human. We flawed.
Hey,
But
mama,
god damn, like
flawed like a motherfucker. I wouldn't never lie to you. I ain't perfect. I am not perfect at all, ever.
exactly. Exactly. But you still got a good heart. People
I
with good
tried.
hearts
I
can
really
do shit.
tried.
Like you really do. You really do. And
But
like
actually, God, don't try. Just I am who I am.
you the only person I know that have ammo that could totally take a motherfucker out they misery, and just on the strength of being a stand up solid person. You like, nah, why? I don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Because
I respect that shit.
that's not something that I do. I see that shit going on a lot, but that's not something I do. Like it's I'm not a revengeful person, but I see that that's not
Exactly.
you know
Uh-huh.
how it
Uh,
goes.
Gosh. You find out quick on here. You
Yeah,
find out so
definitely.
quick on here. Like you watching these ladies, Mama T. I remember when we was going to go up on this one guy's live. I remember the week calling Mama T, texting her all day, all night. One time, Mama T got on live like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because that woman had called her and woke her up out her
I
sleep.
remember that.
Okay, I remember one time I was going through it real bad, and
Melly Mel.
she had my back, man. Mama T had my back, man. She was like, "I believe you. I believe you," and it was so important to me for her to really believe what I was saying because nobody else knew the truth. Like Supreme Third Eye went around to each person that I really had love for. And because she made it to them first, she, turned them against me, said whatever she had to say. She even did that to some of the people in this room.
It's
But but these people wouldn't fold on me. These people wouldn't fold on me. Like Mama T really got to know me. Puerto Rican didn't fold on me. Supreme went to her. Tried to flip her, tried to get her to fold on me. And
That's when you
she
know somebody is solid when they don't fold on you. You know,
exactly.
I was gave a motherfucking ultimatum.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't give me an ultimatum. My mama's dead. She been dead for 2 fucking years. I'm a grown ass woman. Ain't nobody giving me an ultimatum.
You didn't fold on me. And that meant so much to me because here it is, it's people that I've known for long periods of time, and it didn't take them 5 minutes to fold on me to run with some motherfuckers just to be a part of something. That's what they would do, just to be a part of it, just to fucking be a part of it, you know. And that
Listen,
shit was hurtful.
leave that alone.
What you say?
Listen in the chat about
Oh my god.
the
Exactly. I got interrupting my calls after calls and things. I remember Mama T. Like I said, I remember the wig hitting you up so bad that you got on live at 3 o'clock and was going off saying, "Stop calling me this time of night. I'm trying to sleep. I'm a married woman. My husband, you guys are waking up my husband." Like, oh man, that shit, it was bad. And I just want to know how you go from needing your counsel to spreading disinformation and lies. Oh, I need your counsel. I need your counsel, sis. Oh,
and
I need
I
your
understand.
counsel.
What I
Uh,
don't understand is how is it that Queen Sheba did everything? You got for every motherfucking thing that went on in this. A lot of this shit is bullshit.
yeah, yeah. But everybody don't know that though. Everybody don't know that. God, you just took the time to get to know me. And that's it. You took the
Listen,
time.
I know he probably. You got to hear that cat guy.
Oh God.
That cat is something else. He loves his mama.
Oh.
Go look
Oh.
backstage, guy.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry, Mama T. I ain't know.
We love Jane.
Love you too, babies.
How
Um,
you doing?
I'm good. You already know I'm good. Let me tell you, and I need to break this down because I know there's a lot of babies that are listening as well. I met a lot of different people on the internet, and a lot of them I liked in the beginning. They were funny, they were hilarious, they brought content. But
Mm-hmm.
then when I started seeing how they were treating their own supporters, and then I started hearing things, and then they started doing some really wicked shit, and I would hear these things. These same people, they would contact me, they would send me inboxes and so forth, and I said, what what the what the hell is going on here? Like, this shit is not normal. But I listened. I stayed around. I stayed around because I had to figure out who was telling the truth
Mm-hmm.
in different scenarios. I said, if you put both sides together, that's when you usually find the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened, and I didn't like a lot of you that are in the chat right now. I'm just going to be honest with you. I had heard so many wicked things, so many evil things about you. And I said, no, it's not my character. I got to get to know these people. I got to hear their side. Then once
Mm-hmm.
I started hearing your sides, and then I started watching how other people moved, I realized that I had been made a fool out of.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that if they treated the people that gave them money, that supported them, that it was so many things that I noticed that you all were doing back in the day, especially the money. I noticed that you all were sending donations for people in hotels, and sending donations for medications, and sending donations when people didn't have food, and sending donations when their cars got stuck, and sending donations. And then I watched the progression of how you all were treated. And I said, wait a minute, if these people that I'm watching and that I support can do this to these people, they're going to do it to me too. It's only a matter of time before they do it to me too.
Mm-hmm.
And what hurts the most, and I know that it has happened, is that so many people show these same people so much love. So much. I mean, from the goodness of your heart, you show love. But what I noticed as well were the egos. Once their channel started growing, the egos started taking over. And then the supporters were laughable. They were to be laughed at, they were to be mocked and ridiculed. Then I said, that's what it's about. It's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, I don't have to work. I can stay on YouTube. I can solicit donations. But eventually, my true character is going to surface. But before it does, I'm going to take them for everything that they have. I saw this in front of me, and I couldn't believe what the hell I was saying. I trusted, and let me tell you about Snake. Him, my husband, he said, you give them enough of the truth. So when they do expose you, you'll know that they always hated you to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Facts.
what I did was I gave them a little truth, but then I spent them because I knew, because I had been watching them, that if they reveal personal information about others, they're going to do it to me. I'm not going to say that I didn't recognize that from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So when they have inboxes, when they have texts and so forth, they know, they know that if I'm rocking with you, I'm going to rock with you for the long run. There's a difference between rocking with somebody and being an associate. Me, Ashe, Kiss, and others, we rock the hard way and the long way. You see,
Mm-hmm.
nothing can pull us away from each other no matter what we go through. We're still gonna rock together.
Right.
The difference between internet associates, all you have to do is watch how they move. These women are so jealous. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear the way they talk. They start emulating how you talk. They,
Mm.
they, they ridicule what they respect the most about you.
Exactly. Exactly.
And usually it is because you have something that they are lacking.
Mm-hmm.
It is always, sometimes it is the looks department. Other times it is your love life. Other times it is the man or the woman that you have next to you every day. That is why it's so easy for them to stay online for hours and hours, trashing other people. If you have a beautiful god or goddess in your home every day, how do you have time to do this?
Mm.
What does that say about your relationship? And I noticed that I started watching their relationships and it made perfect sense
Mm-hmm.
that they they are so jealous that we can turn this off and have beautiful lives. But
Yes.
they don't, because you can hear them. You can hear them and their spouses, how disgusting they talk to one another with no respect. You can
Mm.
hear that. You've never heard me and my beloved speaking the way these people do to one another. That is what they hate about us.
Mm.
They hate us. Why? Because we call them out and we show people who they really are. That is why they hate us with such vehemence.
Mm.
Because you see, the truth, it doesn't need a cheerleader
I'm not
Mm.
gonna say that shit.
on its own. So when people have to do 100 response videos to your one video, who's bothered?
Mm-hmm.
Who's bothered? Because I can put out a video, I can put out a meme, I can put out a cartoon, and it'll drive people crazy. Why would something drive you that crazy if it's not true?
Mm.
I've had many videos done. Shiva, you've had many videos done.
Indeed.
Every animal known to man with your face on it.
Yes.
That was supposed to be funny. But
Oh.
it's not funny now. It's not.
Oh.
Why is it not funny now?
Mm.
Oh, the rabbit got the gun. It's not funny now.
It's the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
You do. I'm going to show you what you look like when you do this.
Hmm.
Now you want to put my grandchildren on the dark web. You want to put my granddaughter's face on the dark web.
Mm.
Huh, huh.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, okay. You see, now we want to. You get where I'm coming from, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, which is amazing to me. When people have court cases against them already, it would behoove them to shut the hell up. It would behoove them
Right.
not do exactly what you expect them to do. You see, there's something about the dumbest criminals on earth. That's
Listen.
why they're the
Won't
dumbest
stop.
criminals on earth because they continue they continue to do the same thing to mimic their same behavior over and over for the public to see. This is a virtual footprint.
Yeah. And you have to establish a pattern in order for it to stand up, to stick. And,
Exactly.
you know, there's a pattern here. And I just think it's really sad. Like the same people that, ran to you when something's wrong, the same people that they came crying about. Now you're the enemy and they're the good ones.
You know,
Mind boggling.
I kept wondering why so many people were angry at content creators. I kept wondering that. I said, what are they doing to make people
They,
hate
they
so much?
blame the subs, Queen. They blame the subs.
But here's the thing that I learned was that people had justification in hating them. They did.
Mhm.
I learned that for myself. I saw it. When people are upset that people are dragging people's mothers, then the next day you see these same people dragging other people's families.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Make that make
Mhm.
sense to me. See, I tried to have compassion. I did. I showed compassion. I said that was not right. I don't like what they're doing to you.
Mhm.
Knows that because everybody saw that. So I'm not lying. But when I see the same person doing 10 times worse to other people, then it started to make sense why people are coming after certain content creators. You
Mhm.
see, there have been so many that because I didn't join their team, because I didn't believe all of their lies,
Mhm.
The
now,
smear campaigns.
exactly, now, okay, I'm a target yet again. I'm not going to join any crew. I'm not going to join any army. I have, I have a real, I have a real that will protect me, protect my family, protect my grandchildren. They will right
Cold
now
feet. Okay. They don't know. They
they don't
don't know who she is. They don't know.
they don't know. And I
That's Queen Mother. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
tried
That's
I tried
Queen
to
Mother.
warn them. I tried to warn them that don't take the pretty face
Hmm.
lightly.
That's Queen Mother right there. But we all come from different backgrounds and we're exposed to different things. I had a grandma who was totally in the church, but her children were FOI, NOI, MGT.
You heard? You heard?
So, you know, you know, my mom, Righteous Vanguard, two X's in back of her name.
Mm.
So, yeah, we're raised differently. We come from different backgrounds. And what people do not understand is some of us were literally trained for certain situations. And I'm going to leave that there. Certain situations, should they befall you, it would behoove you not to just know dumb shit. I mean, tactically, where would your children assemble if something was to happen? Do you have a plan in order for a natural emergency? Have you had that talk with everybody in your house? Some of us were trained to do so, trained to know our rights, trained to know where we are, to be conscious of the laws in our province because they affect us. Some of us was watching the last presidential debate this evening. Me, okay? But a lot of people just ain't there yet. And unfortunately, they won't get there because it's a situation going on right now that's just wiping people out, rapturing people off quick. 20 days, that's it. Quick. Everybody ain't going to come through this. It's going to take brains, it's going to take sacrifice, it's going to take patience, it's going to take a lot. And if you don't have it in you to be humble, to be meek, to be kind, to be loving, to be forgiving, you will be among the ones to not see the new day. Because these children that's coming up now, they ain't having that shit. By 2030, the entire US will be biracial. How many years are we from that? Do you know what that means? That means that our children and their children will not see color at all. I can't wait. I can't wait to be there. Okay?
You
Either
know,
which way.
I put out a clarion call. Let's just leave it at that. I put out a clarion call.
Mm,
There are only certain ones in this world, actually, that can put out a clarion call. Now, some call it a clarion call, but with with one button, with one button, you know, things can descend.
People don't understand, Mama T.
I don't even know what that means, so I'm lost. But okay, continue.
Shiva knows, but
Yeah.
here's the thing.
It means that,
Go ahead, break it down.
you know, in every organization, everybody is like a working piece. And during the 60s, 70s, 80s, with Huey P. Newton and how they did him, it forced all activists to go underground. And the more underground they went, the more they embraced our ancestral ties, our ties to our original names and such, traditions and such, and found out that, most of us were warriors, you know, and that had to be brought out of us, not in the negative way, but when it's time to fight, we only win in numbers. In numbers, we can do this. And when certain members of certain organizations put out that call, they assemble from all areas to get rid of the threat.
Oh, I
Now,
got.
with that being said, every city is very powerful, and every city has leaders that you will never know about. There are leaders in DC. There are leaders in leaders in Indiana. There are leaders in Chicago. There are leaders in Philadelphia. There are so many leaders that that I like to stay in contact with for for certain times. I'll put it that way. For certain times when evil has to be eradicated. Sometimes you cannot play with evil. It is just evil. And then the games are over. Now, when you come for certain people, and and Queen Sheba knows me, and a few other knows me outside of this sector. See, this sector, they don't really know me, and I'm glad because I like to keep on the down low, as they say. But if they knew who I was in real life, they would. I'm just giving a suggestion now. They would delete their channels and they would offer public apologies within the next 24 hours. That is just a humble suggestion because what will follow, I have no control over because I pushed the button. I pushed the button. That's all I'm going to say on it. Peace to you, Queen. I love you and I got to get to work.
Peace, Mom. I love you back. Be good.
I will.
Take care of them babies, man.
All right. Bye, baby.
Bye.
Well,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, we'll
Take
talk about
heed.
that later, guy.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about it. But that's the Queen Mother. That's all I'm gonna say. You know,
Don't take heed. That's your problem.
that's the Queen Mother right there. That's all I'm gonna say. But on to other news. Okay, so tonight was the last debate before the election. Now, Trump, he didn't yell this time. I'm proud of him. He didn't yell this time. He lied. He told a lot of lies, but he
He
didn't
always
yell.
guy.
Yeah, he be lying and shit. And it be so bad because Joe Biden, like, that's a flat out lie. And Joe, his old tail got with him today. He was like, we're learning to live with COVID. Joe old dad said, we learning to die with it. What are you talking about? He say scientists say this gonna be the worst damn winter we ever had. Shut up.
Oh
Yo.
boy.
No. Oh, wait a minute. No, he didn't say shut up this time. And Trump, like I said, Trump ain't start his shit. But he was, all of the commentators said that he was coming after Joe family and Joe was ready for him. And he said something about Joe baby. Joe said, yeah, but you lying though. He was like, what kind? He was like, no, you doing big business in China and everywhere else where they just now built the road to your new resort. You the one sitting behind the Resolute desk making backdoor deals with these thugs.
Damn.
He say Putin know me very well. That's why they trying to make you win the election because they know if I'm president, it's over for them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, look, Russia have $100,000 bounty on American soldiers' heads in Syria.
Wow.
One soldier recorded them trying to run them off the road, and national intelligence said yesterday, okay, a lot of Democrats that live in Pennsylvania, Florida, like all of the big swing states that have more than 16 electoral college votes, sent Democrats uh email saying that if you don't vote for Trump, we coming to your house and kill your ass.
Guy,
And
just
huh?
drop the link, please.
My bad. And they really have these people names and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad. It's bad. And he
That's
don't give a
gonna
damn.
be tricky. What?
Yeah, man. I mean, he make Tricky Dick look like a damn saint. Mm-hmm.
I can't even. I'm gonna be honest. I can't watch Trump. That motherfucker, yo, do it, guy.
I'm
And
sorry.
he's
He's
crying all
funny.
over. I can't do it.
I'm sorry. He funny as hell,
He's
man, because
fighting
he
that
go
motherfucker.
off. And guess what? My boy Brian is on tonight.
Oh,
Extra
here
long.
we go with Brian.
He's on, baby, and he's got 5 guests, honey, and they're talking about the debate or whatever. Which I usually catch up with Brian the second go round because I got to have my chi when I'm watching Brian.
I'm trying to think you infatuated with that guy.
You the only one that know that I watch Brian Williams.
You'll be like, I gotta call you back, Brian's on. I'll be like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? What the
God
fuck
was
is
like,
really going on
Brian.
around here? Motherfucking, yo, you and Brian.
You was like, Brian. I
Who
was
the fuck
like,
is
yeah,
Brian?
yes. I'm like, Brian Williams, he's only my favorite.
Well, I be laughing because you be dead ass fucking serious. And I just start cracking up because the shit be funny. It's the way you say shit, guy.
Everybody know about me and Brian. Oh, good night, no pain, baby. Blessings, baby.
Mia Moore's in the chat. Hey, my love.
Look, don't come in here with your daggone stuff, Mama Bear. Okay? Look, she's look. You saw what she said. She coming in here talking about vote Trump. Oh, she gets on my
I
nerves with
see
this. She just know. She just know how that makes me feel.
that.
She know how I feel about that. You gonna come in here, Trump supporter.
Hey,
Get out
Mama
of here.
Lisa.
Hello.
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 Hello. What's up with the what's up, Lenny Lynn?
So I'll tell you this.
Okay.
This is how I know, like, so, I always, like, literally, just as soon as you took me from backstage, I had deja vu. So remember, remember this, that I
Okay.
love both of you, and we have to change how this might feel so we can remember who we are. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
So,
do.
because this is like like when I do have deja vu and it's just like that and I get it right away, it's because, say, for example, in a last lifetime, how we interacted with each other on this specific topic, which I'm getting ready to talk about. Um, we got off, I think we were on the phone, or, like, we were communicating some way, pretty much probably on the phone. But
Hmm.
because we were on the phone, got off the phone mad, but still love each other. So that's what I'm going to say. But y'all won't get mad because y'all understand what I'm saying. And it's not like, this is not the real world anyway. But I'm just saying that just in case, if something I say makes you a little bit like,
You know,
wanting to
and
move around.
you can say,
Come on with it,
make
man.
me, come
Come
on,
on
bring
with
it,
it.
baby.
Okay. So because there's like, this is about, you know, um, Donald Trump, right?
Right.
Hmm.
um, because there's a long, long, long history behind, like, why Black people um, in the past have always voted um, Democrat, right?
Kissinger fault. Black people was Republican in the 60s.
Right, and even prior to the 1930s, Blacks voted as a bloc for the GOP. And
Hmm.
that was like the party of, like, Lincoln. And because he freed so many slaves, Blacks, we thought, like, oh, so this is our dude, right? But
Hmm.
um, Blacks didn't really start voting Democrat in any significant way. It didn't matter if it was like, should Blacks go to East Lincoln Park in New Jersey. They didn't start voting like that until um, the um, the New Deal with FDR, and
There you
with
go.
with his
Franklin Delano, boy.
right. But it was really, his wife had a lot to do with it.
Shut up.
Um,
Stop. Stop right
so
there. Stop it. Okay? Stop. Stop. All right? I hate that. Don't don't do it, okay? All right? Let me have my fantasy, okay? I know he had a stroke. I know he wasn't hitting on shit. I know that his wife ran the whole damn country and they damn photoshopped his nurses and shit out of the damn pictures, man.
right, right,
It was
right,
very hurtful to find out because I thought that Delano was the best of the best, but you had to know with the compassion that he came with to have those civil rights leaders sit down like that to say, hell no, you
right,
can't stop these people from, wait a minute, we owe them a debt. Said it. We owe them. Biden said it again tonight too. But if you know anything about Biden, you know that he plagiarizes lots of people's speeches. But
Mhm.
I'm still voting for
But
him
you
this
know
time.
what? I was like, so I looked at the debate just a little bit, like maybe like 20 seconds of it, because that's as much as I can stand, right?
Uh-huh.
So I went in there and I was looking. First of all, am I echoing?
No.
Oh, I had watched earlier in the day Trump's political strategist, and he was just talking all around the damn question, but he was really speaking the truth, right? And I think it's the same as like, so how like in the middle 30s, the mid 30s, Social Security and other
Hmm.
acts of like racial integration that was
Yes.
advocated by FDR and
Hmm.
what was that dude's name?
JFK came
Harry
too.
Harry Harry, Harry Truman. Harry
Okay,
Truman.
Truman. When Truman came, Truman was the one that they sent to break it up. Woodrow Wilson is the one they got the Fed under. Who
Hmm.
is the one that COINTELPRO was under? Eisenhower. I think it was
What
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
year was that?
Don't start me lying. That's numbers. I don't know. But I know Eisenhower was COINTELPRO. JFK snitched and said, God damn it, there's a secret cabal. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide the news. And they popped
Right.
his ass. And I mean, that damn speech still sitting around and people still don't know why they blew that man brains out.
Well,
But
why
continue.
what I had a dream about, this was probably about 16 years ago or something like that. Um,
Mm,
I was dreaming. So this is what, and I'm telling you that this is what I know happened. This is what I know. Like I know this, and I'm not confused about it. I absolutely know. Um, when so that morning when, um, if you look at, how they would call, uh, Jackie Onassis, they would call her kind of like she was the kind of person who set the trends for all the women in the U.S. and around the world because they thought she was just so eloquent. But
yes.
um, there was so have you ever have you ever had a hat on, and when your hat was on, the wind blew and you went back to reach for it?
Mm-hmm.
So you know how Jackie Onassis. So if y'all got to look at the video really careful and really up close, but look at the older videos, as old as you can get, like about a day or so after it happened. Look at those videos because some of those are still edited. She, so FDR, not FDR, JFK, and what was her?
Jackie O.
And President Johnson. So back in back when um, Kennedy wasn't allowed to go into the Navy because of his legs, because he had polio as a child, right?
Yes.
They had already decided, because polio is not a genetic disorder; it's a disease from an injection, right? So
Exactly.
they already knew that that was going to be the son that was going to be in politics. And they knew that right away because of um, JFK's father, grandfather, and great grandfather, and three successions before that. They were all political analysts, but they were
Yes.
in government. And when um, let's say a few months before Dallas took place, Jackie was already, she was already tripping, like that fake ass voice she has. Well, I would like to really thank all the people in the world. You know how she would talk so sweet and so breathy, and people thought it was just so intelligent and amazing. Um,
Mm-mm.
uh, she, um, she was the one that, and we just got to call it for what it is and thank God that we need to spread that understanding. She shot her own husband's head off, because when she was sitting in the car with him and she raised, so
Say
he was
what? You're talking to me about this one day. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I know.
he was he was he was he was put, so um what was I saying?
JFK wife shot him, and
Oh,
he
okay.
was put.
um so he was shot by a high caliber rifle,
Yes.
and
Yes.
um, probably like a semi-automatic, right? But
Mm-hmm.
um, it was I'm using the word performed, but it was made strictly to kill him. So, for
Just like
example,
MLK's.
right, because that weapon that he was shot with, it was a small caliber rifle, but it was a high caliber range in it. So they made that weapon fit the type of bullet that needed to go into his head because it was specific to him. That bullet was specific to him. If they would have shot
Wow.
anybody else, it would have not even. It would have been anything. It wouldn't have made no difference. But they made a bullet.
Lynn, the
Mhm.
look on his face.
Because you know
Yep.
what, he was
That
he
killed
was
me.
because he was, you know what, he was so surprised. Because look, this is the thing.
The look on his face, like, why? Damn.
But he loved, the thing is that he honored his wife and he loved his wife. But of course, because you know, um, what's her
My
name?
my spirit animal, Maryland girl.
Uh,
Norma Jean, baby.
what was that dude's name? No, 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 not a guy. What was the girl's name? Um,
Marilyn Monroe.
no, not her, not her, because she
Oh.
would have never, she, as close of contact that she had with him and an intimate contact, she would have never shot him because she truly,
Oh
truly,
hell
truly
no. She
loved him.
loved him.
She loved him.
And he
But
told her things he was not supposed to.
right,
And the CIA knew it.
and that's why they killed her.
They sent the ambulance to her house and took her out of there, killed her, and took her back. And
Ooh-wee.
that's,
She,
look, that's
she
what I heard.
when she, oh no, not she, when Kennedy
Uh huh.
died, the weapon that was used looked like Jackie Onassis's glove, but what it was really
Whoa.
a gun, and so it was inside of her right hand. There was a gun, there was a glove on there, but inside was the handgun. The handgun was made for the hand. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
when she shot him, he was so surprised. He was so surprised that someone he loved would do that. But he had some understanding. If you listen to the speeches he had a little bit before that, he knew he
He
was going to
knew. He
trans.
knew.
Yeah, he knew.
He
But
knew.
the
That's what the speech I was just talking about. I was saying, like, you can still find it right now. And he
mhm,
talks about how they're going to take over the media if we
right,
don't stop them. They're
right,
going, he said, they're in all branches of organized government. We have to stop them.
including schools.
Yes. He said they was a cabal. He said this when 65.
Around there, like the
You
early
know what I'm
'60s.
saying? He said it
The
way back
yeah,
when.
the yeah, he, when when Truman started to appeal to black people in America, um,
Mm,
the vote, when black people started voting for Democrats, the vote wasn't, it wasn't monolithic, so it wasn't, and not very important. You know what I mean? Because there were really
exactly.
things that
Because
were going on.
you know that around that time, Heinz, Henry Kissinger, they call
Hmm.
him Heinz, uh, they all had a sit down one day. And so they made the Democratic Party, just dressed it up as that, okay?
Right.
Made the Democratic Party look like, we're for the average American, the working American, not the elitists. No, 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 that's not us. Henry Kissinger said, if we get this right, we'll have these niggas voting for us the next 300 years.
Right.
And
And
he was right.
he was right. And when he said that, he had forethought, he had foreunderstanding, because there was a sea change in the 1960s. And President Johnson, he specifically sat down by himself in his Oval Office and wrote a list of civil rights and proposals that guarantee greater freedoms for blacks than we had already previously had, meaning before we started wanting to be part of the general world, right? Because we were
Mhm.
okay before that on our own, meaning that we had our way and they had their way. But when his family, his 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 family moved from, um, like a let's say,
to a urban place.
not really an urban place, but they moved. Okay, so okay, because there was, I don't know exactly how many years it was between um, Abraham Lincoln and President Kennedy, because it was a succession of years and it was a specific amount of years before they knew that President Kennedy was going to be up and coming, meaning they knew, and this is way before
Hmm.
he was even born, obviously. So
It was back
100 years.
When Prescott, like the Bushes, like
Right,
the Bushes. Prescott Bush
right,
laid the groundwork for his son, put his son in the best of the best of the best. And W knew that HW wasn't his smartest kid, but he was his firstborn.
right.
He was the one with his likeness. And
Mm-hmm.
so since he bare the name, he said, well, okay, I got Neil, which he's in the shadows. Nobody knows who he is until you talk bad about his family. And then
Right,
you'll know who Neil is.
right.
And then you got Jebediah, who
Uh-huh.
Bush said when he brought his wife home, he said, oh God, they bringing the goddamn Mexicans.
Right,
It was just a whole lot of this and a whole lot of that. Long story short, these people are the people that laid the groundwork for the
mm-hmm.
policies that affect us in the most adverse ways.
Right,
And in order for us to make things change, we can't just go out in the presidential election because the president doesn't make any laws or rules. He
right,
just signs his name. If you want to do something, you affect the legislative branch. They are the ones that make the decision if your child eats steak or corn dogs.
right. You
They
know
are the
what?
ones. Go
They
on.
they uh right a little bit after the 60s, like maybe 61, getting ready to turn into 62, probably 61 actually. Um
Okay.
they're in the South. Okay, so this was all over the world. They had this book called the Green Book. And what it did was it listed um so the Green Book today would be considered Instagram, right? So they had this
Mm-hmm.
green book, and it listed in the South about all the businesses, white or black, that would accommodate black people, and
Mm-hmm.
without so if you think about it, so this book had so this is the thing, so in this book it had all the businesses, and I want you to listen, all the businesses that supported black people. And because this
Mm-hmm.
book was written, I mean, and it's just a book, kind of like a ledger, but in that ledger, let's say for example, if Frito Lay had a child named Cheeto, they still followed Cheeto because they wanted to know his successors, what children were going to come after him, because eventually they're going to stay within the same monetary bracket, right? And they would stay within the same feelings like, oh, we should support black people, not just take white
Mm-hmm.
people's money. We should support these African Americans, because if we don't support them, we know the history of them and we know what's going to happen in the future. So when they wrote that
Mm-hmm.
book, they're still following these people. So if somebody owned a hot dog stand, they want to, 9 times out of 10, who succeeded them would now own like Wiener Schnitzel, right? So,
Okay.
so it's all in there. They know everybody's name that is in everybody's family that had anything to do with supporting black people in the 60s. And
Mm-hmm.
without that book, you know, you didn't know, like, so let's say, for example, the book said all blacks can get gasoline at petrol station, right? So all black people would go to petrol station because they knew that they could be able to get gas without any discrimination. And they couldn't even eat or even use the restroom. But LBJ, he had a proposition through legislation to eliminate that problem, and to put that on top of the issue, the GOP nominated this dude named Barry Goldwater in 1960,
Barry Goldwater, yes.
I think.
He changed politics forever.
But he opposed, he was he
He was
you know
very KKK pro white.
right,
He
but he opposed.
changed.
He didn't
He
want
lost the.
racism.
He lost. They said he lost. Historians say he lost the election, but he won the Republican Party
But you know
forever.
why he lost the election? Because
Mm-mm.
Goldwater, he opposed the Civil Rights Act, not because he was a racist, but because he had knowledge of self, and he truly believed that those types of issues weren't the province of the federal government, and they should never be handled by states. He was like, y'all was so full of shit. And then at
Y'all
that
out of
time,
line.
the Republican Party still hadn't exceeded about 15% of the black vote since early 1959, 1960. And
Mm-hmm.
after Goldwater, they started to align the partisan, I think it's partisan alignments. They started to
Yes.
change, and civil rights was passed, voting rights was passed. Johnson passed his Great Society program, and that was designed strictly to help poor blacks, right? Not poor whites, but poor blacks. And right after that, blacks voted for the Democratic president, and he delivered it. He delivered exactly what it said. But at that point, um, uh, uh, what was his name? Nixon, and
Mm-hmm.
other people of the GOP,
Tricky Dick.
they started following the Southern strategy, and
Exactly.
um,
Racism. We
right,
hate this and that. We going to make America great again. Like, I've never heard so much Ronald Reagan bullshit in my life.
right,
Like,
because
he
remember,
stole Reagan's whole damn slogan.
right, Nixon, he used to talk about bringing. He was a lot like what's his name, Trump. Nixon was a lot like Trump,
Mm-hmm.
regularly bringing up shit like law and order to cities, and
Yeah.
um, the
That's why
political.
he got so exposed.
Right. In the middle of the fucking night.
Baby,
In the
hold
middle
up.
of the night.
Yes, remember the pink lady? The lady
Mm-hmm.
that he cheated?
Yeah.
Girl, she said,
Okay.
and he got what was coming to him.
Right.
Karma's a bitch. I said, woo,
When Reagan
girl.
in the early, because I remember these are the presidents that I remember. I
Okay.
remember I remember Carter. I
Mm-hmm.
remember President Reagan. Obviously the Bushes, and because
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for I started not getting into politics, but I remember these presidents because of the things that they said that they would do, especially for people who were underprivileged. So that was something that I was interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand it at the time, but in 1980, when Reagan launched his old sorry ass programs about because first of all,
Just
don't
say
hire an
no.
actor, don't hire an actor to run the country. He
Girl.
when he delivered that speech on the rights of states, um,
Mm.
that had seen like civil rights workers killed, and by
Mm-hmm.
the middle of the 1980s, after he did that, it all became clear that the GOP, that they placed principles of the 10th Amendment higher than the principle of the 14th Amendment. And when they did that open-handedly,
Yes.
secretively, and
Mm-hmm.
since that time, the GOP, they've been like behind the eight ball in the black community, which
Yes.
we need to get that straight.
Yes.
One of the biggest political issues in the black community is equality and fairness in the eyes of the government. We don't care about equality and fairness within our communities, but because we know who really runs our communities, which is the government, and we need to get them out of that. But the GOP rarely cares about that motherfucking issue. Nancy Pelosi's old crooked ass
Girl.
bitch, she don't give a shit about no issue concerning
She
equality,
could have saved
fairness.
everybody with the swish of a pen. Trump was ready to go. He said, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going bigger than the Democrats. I'm going to do 3 trillion.
Right.
That's not all inclusive. FYI, everybody, there's over $1 trillion in government money
Mm-hmm.
that was dumped out months ago. If you did not file for pandemic unemployment assistance, I suggest you do. Because
Mm-hmm.
all of these big Fortune 500 companies, they
Girl,
did. You better go
girl.
get your money. Hmm.
You remember in 2000, like I think it was probably 2015 or 2016, maybe between 14 and 17, when they started like implementing the new voter ID laws.
Mm-hmm.
That
Georgia nasty ass.
But what it is we are actively in that life condition right now because though we're supposed to have an ID in order to vote, but this what we're experiencing now is exactly that because
Mm-hmm.
they, the GOP, I think they were saying that it wasn't the intent and they would rather
Huh.
talk about voter fraud. But with living
Whatever.
evidence, this shit still exists. And black people, we talk about problems in black neighborhoods between residents and police. The GOP is disgusted and even indirect with the criticism of local law enforcement. And they also say that that they're like, we should worry more about black on black crime and,
Mm-hmm.
and
Then
so
police.
nosy ass IRS agents. But
Mm.
that's in the exclusion of everything else. It separates everything else. It's like that voter fraud is on its own in one category, and everything else that exists is on the right hand side, which is like so unimportant and stupid. But
Mm.
we, as black people, we complain about dollars going to, Confederate flags because they're offensive. But our um, I don't think a lot of black voters have uh, really understand that this whole stuckness um, with the fucking proverbial crap sandwich. There are a lot of Republicans who don't agree, who they agree, no, they disagree with Obama on his policies, but they within their own categories they like kind of levy personal attacks on his legitimacy and his family, right?
Yes.
And we haven't a lot of us people haven't forgotten, like in 2011 when Trump uh his birther nonsense, right?
Mm-hmm.
you know
He
but I
literally trolled Obama
like
and
like
now he's the president. It's crazy.
okay, okay, but they also say in the same thing, nobody ever trolled. As many people there were
Hell
in the
no.
Republican Party, there were so many people, and I get this. There were so many of them people who hated President, and I'm not talking about dislike that nigga. They fucking
Hated him.
hated,
Girl, do you know
hated
what
him.
they said? That they need to go in and listen. People left the country. It was some people um from the South, and he said the day that a nigga sit behind the resolute desk, I give up my American citizenship. And he
Mhm.
did. And he did.
The Democrats, they their brand is largely um, associated with I like almost I think maybe it's been 3 months since I bought this. I've never because I was raised in Catholic school, but I never
Mm-hmm.
read the amendment. I never read all the amendments. But the GOP, they are in the spirit of the law with the 10th and Second Amendment, right? So they've done, they've done a superb fucking pristine job at confusing us so much that,
Hmm.
um, and selling us this brand that they have that even people who aren't buying it know that they're selling it. And
Yeah.
as black people, most of us, we feel the same way about the spirit of the 14th and the Fourth Amendments, unless, right, until the GOP, they make room on their platform for these amendments to be, I think I don't know if it's called ratification. I don't know. Cause I like to,
Rescinded.
yeah, yeah. And, but until then, everybody will on a large immense scale will continue to vote Democrat. And it seems crazy that, like, I'm,
Hmm.
like you can look into Biden. Like I was saying, I was looking at Biden's eyes last night,
Girl.
today, and his eyes are soulless and black, right? But when he was up against Obama, he was, I really believe that he was Obama's handler, right? Because
Mm.
Obama didn't handle himself because, again, you know, the black people saw Obama as strictly black, but the white people also saw him as black. They didn't care, but the only way he was elected because of his mother. His mother is white. They would not elect
Yeah.
a full
No,
black
no.
man
And
to
you better
sit.
know. And you better know about his father. Because
Right,
that's very important. His father worked for one of the he's a Rothschild descendant.
right.
And when he got married, he went to his boss and told him he was getting married, and he gave him over 30 cattle, everything to pay her wedding dowry,
Mm,
even down to him. When he died comfortably. Okay, he
mm-hmm,
died comfortably. And he's one of those people that can't ever come into the US anymore. Like, you got to look up who his daddy is,
mm,
because therein lies how he got up in there. And his gene, and they sent his mom to his daddy.
right.
The bloodline is consistent.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. The
Okay,
only, the only
Cheney is a
thing,
direct Obama is a direct descendant of Cheney. They are
right.
first cousins. People gotta. Hmm.
You know that dude, Richard Spencer? He's the he's the neo-Nazi white supremacist leader. Um,
Is
he
that the one that got his own little town and the people went off?
No, not him. This guy,
Okay.
he's a neo-Nazi.
Oh
So
God.
he's KKK, but he's a neo-Nazi. So he believes in
That
like
German.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He
Mm-hmm.
he backs up Joe Biden because Joe Biden was a senator for almost
That's
45
what
years.
they said. Yeah, they said he supports them.
Right. And not only does he support them, he endorsed him. Endorsed.
Mm-hmm.
He endorsed him. And um but he endorsed Biden so that they can start their agenda, right? But I think that black people now, we're kind of shifting to Republicans because we're tired of what the Democrats are promising and never pull fucking through. They'll give us just a little bit, but I think
Yeah, but
I,
this
I
go round, Lynn. Mm-mm.
but I honestly think that I honestly really really feel in my soul that okay, so I don't really like I can care less one way or the other about Trump, right? But you do have to pray for his safety because he's the president of this motherfucking country, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
but if we don't um if we don't shift that 10% back to not even 10%, much more percent than that, but
Hmm.
if we don't shift back to um voting Republican, there's really going to be we're going to be fucking zoned.
Everybody gave the mic
Mhm,
to Trump.
mhm,
Okay. Do you know how many people from my neighborhood alone voted for Trump?
mhm.
Because there was no way we was voting for Hillary.
Right,
Okay. And this was the argument. He's a businessman and we need money.
right.
Because me and all of the people where I come from, you understand, when Obama ran, we had so much fucking hope. You know, we had I had my baby who could talk full sentences on my damn answering machine talking about Barack Obama. He's the president.
Mhm,
And if I had not had the job that I had, if I had not took advantage of the opportunities around me, I lived in it's like a zone goes through Baltimore, if they fucking up your neighborhood so they can put businesses there, it's called the empowerment zone.
Mm.
So if you live in the empowerment zone, you can go to school for free. Luckily, I took advantage in like 2000 and I say like 2003, 2004. I
Mm-hmm.
took advantage. So by the time, that Obama stuff was going on, I was, well into my career. And I remember all of us getting off on our lunch break, going to vote, coming back, and we had so much hope. And
That's
after
why,
that man
even his
won,
book, the book that President Obama wrote, he named that book because how dare you niggas have the audacity to hope that your country will get better? Because
listen,
even it's
that
even.
man, I have never seen the condition of my people
Mm-hmm.
be so horrific. Like if you had money, you got more money.
Right,
If you wasn't born into money, you was fucked.
right.
And I'm talking about the now we have to be honest because the Congress was Republican and they hated his stinking guts.
Right.
So it was nothing he was going to ever be able to, do. Other than when he used his executive privilege. Um, it was horrible then. The condition of people those 8 years.
I was in let me see, when did we move to DC? I moved to DC. We were right on the border of Maryland and DC. I don't remember what year
Mm,
it was. Probably like, oh fuck, like 80 something, and then we left. I don't remember, but I remember the um I like I remember the climate back then, because DC and Maryland, Maryland wasn't even that bad back then, but how it is now, because we don't realize that. What's ironic though is, if you think about it, that the Republican Party, they are, when I tell you fiercely, they're fiercely devoted to equality, right? And the party was formed specifically to, assure, not ensure, but to assure that blacks were treated right. Yet,
yes, because it was the Democratic
right.
Republic of
But
the
we have,
United States of America.
right,
And everything has been switched up, everything has been crisscrossed. But you better understand that a lot of those governors there, I wouldn't so much say that they're racist, but they blow a lot of dog whistles.
right.
They follow everything that Trump says. Had the governor of Texas followed uh the orders of the scientists and listened and did what they were supposed to do, including Trump, because DC is definitely a hot spot.
Mm-hmm. And Texas is too, because
I know
this,
Texas
and this
just
dumb
now.
motherfucker, he
Mhm,
so Cruz is married to a white lady. Um, uh, the governor of Texas, he's married to a Mexican. Let me tell you what she did. She fixed that motherfucker's ass real good. Um,
mm,
uh, he had, in the early 70s, he was, walking, in El Paso, and he ended up getting, because back then it was very, like, in the wintertime it was quite cold, so
mm.
he was walking underneath, we have these you know what a weeping willow tree is.
Yes.
So their branches are not, very, like, when they get wet, they're kind of, you can kind of, like, you can weave them, because they're beautiful trees. But he was walking
Hmm.
under a weeping willow tree, and uh, a foot and a half, um, I don't know what everybody else calls them, but like snow sickle,
Hmm.
yeah,
Icicles.
icicle, yeah, fell and hit him, um, in his C3 and C4, and he was immediately paralyzed, right? He met his wife
Mm.
about 2 or 3 years after that. and she's way Mexican, right? But in
Mm-hmm.
1980 something, she fixed his ass because I think he was doing some fuck shit. She put his ass because he can't feel from the neck down.
Yeah, he quadriplegic. Yeah.
Yeah, she put his dirty ass in scalding hot water. That's why
Damn.
he had over 95% of his body
Ooh.
scalded. She put his ass in some hot water and they sent him to over here to the burn unit in my town, right? When they sent him here, they were like, they don't even know how that happened. But
Damn.
she tried she only burnt him just a little bit to tell him, look, motherfucker, you may have a dick, it don't work, but I'm running this. Because she wasn't gonna let him fuck her around. We these people, the people that run the government that are Democrats, they know that a lot of black people and a lot of Mexican people that we have motherfucking Stockholm syndrome. We have Stockholm syndrome like really bad. And
Mm-hmm.
the the, the people who support Biden on that level, and I mean like on a physical and spiritual level, um,
Uh,
they're the same people who control the mainstream media, also controlled by the
exactly.
DNC and corrupt ass Biden, and they ignore
Exactly.
everything
But
Biden has done to
this
persecute
is
black people. He's done so much
this
fuck
yes,
shit.
he has the crime bill. Yes, he has. And this is another thing that people should understand. As people of color, it doesn't really matter where you're from. But if your ancestors or your bloodline comes from a bloodline of slavery and mistreatment,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can show you paperwork right now, okay? That my great grandfather is the child of the plantation owner,
Right. That I was just
okay?
going to say that none of my family. I'll tell you this. We.
13 children, okay?
Mm, mm,
So we do not need to, oh, Trump, he gonna make America great again. Oh, Biden, he's the best thing since sliced bread. That's just like us saying, I like my slave master. He's better than your slave master. You
right.
understand?
Right.
They both ain't shit. They both have been given a chance and they both ain't shit.
You remember
The
in
thing
2000
is, when
when when Trump
2000,
when Trump dropped out of the presidential race to he was protesting David Duke. He was joining
no,
the
hell no, I don't remember him protesting David Duke. Hell
he
no.
sure, he sure the fuck did. So what he did, well, the reason that you don't remember is because they didn't put it on television. They didn't tell nobody, but
Mm.
he protested David Duke for
Well, he
joining
was
the
down
Republican
with
Party.
David Duke
It
when he
it made
won
it made people
recently.
seem like that. It made it the so it made the you know I don't have stake in any one of these. So I don't care if Trump wins, and I don't care. Well, yeah, I do care if Biden wins. But Trump, he specifically did not want shit to do with David Duke because he knew that um, David Duke, because remember when David Duke ran for president, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when he joined the party, the media kept insisting that he never ever denounced his racist hate groups, right? But over when Trump even declared the KKK a terror group, but was still asked they still asked him you know the usual questions, right? When it comes
Mm-hmm.
to like the debate. But we have, you said it earlier, Eisenhower, his Civil Rights Act of 1957, when they
Mm-hmm.
defeated, it was defeated by like racist Democrats, right? Especially
Yes.
the N word loving LBJ. LBJ, if you count how many times LBJ called somebody a nigga, he should have had his
Listen, you can look
dick stuck up his
online and
throat.
you will see damn Biden talking about we gonna have niggas in our schools. We gonna have niggas everywhere. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta stick with the fucking devil that you can goddamn know. Okay,
And you
this
know what?
one devil, he cares about how he look in front of other people. The
Right,
other devil don't.
right,
So he'll do any damn thing.
right.
One of them is a president or a politician that went crooked. The other one is a crooked motherfucker that became president. Is a
Right.
difference. Okay? It's a
Mm-hmm.
big fucking difference. All right.
We're gonna be
I
waiting
don't
a long
know what the
time for the
hell is
promised
going to
land.
happen. You
We're gonna be
you
waiting a long
girl.
time for the promised land. Yeah, you know, Lincoln, he was assassinated right after his victory um, over
The
Andrew
civil
Johnson.
fucking yes, and Andrew Jackson became the damn president,
Mm-hmm.
and he almost sent and he started that fucking racist ad, like the racist climate in this damn country. It could have stopped after Gettysburg Address.
And
Honestly, it would
they
have
were
been
creating
over.
they kind of tried to create all these codes and the KKK to
Girl.
keep blacks in so-called subservience and cast out the
Yes.
Democrats. And the KKK, they were long before the land of time. They were lynching blacks by the thousands as the
Girl.
Republicans, because you know at that time the Republicans were from the North states, and they came down
Mm-hmm.
to drive blacks to school, church, stores, voting booths. And the Republicans, they also targeted them back then for meaning like they said it was the Republicans that would drive by voting booths, churches, stores, schools, just to shoot people, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
KKK, they tried to prevent um, when they were sent to court during that time for like, you know, killing people. The trials were never fair. You know, we are, you know, we have uh, the Republicans. I don't say I'm a Republican, but the Republicans they pushed um, the 14th Amendment and the 15th Amendment for Black people to have equal rights and protections underneath the law, right? But when it says like underneath the law, under the law, it means that it can be, maybe not, maybe, right? But the Democratic
Mm-hmm.
Congressional, they the votes from like the the rebel states and stuff, they never even they tried that Jim Crow law. The Republicans tried to oppose that, but the Democrats they pushed that shit through, while even though the Republicans they tried to overturn it. And Black people we had to use different you know um, restrictions on ourselves because we were used to living free, meaning we could live side by side with white people and not have no issues. But because of old when Eisenhower opened up like public schools to integration,
Mm-hmm.
the enforcement of that was fought. Like the Democrats,
Yes,
they didn't want
we
us to have
know
integration.
that the Democrats, well, we all don't know, but throughout history,
Hmm.
since the beginning, okay, let's start. In the beginning, the president of this country only sat and wrote laws, legislation. That was the job of the president. The first bloody crime of this place, as far as the lies are concerned, is first they do not acknowledge the ones who really installed the entire Constitution. So early, early 1800s, George Washington, John Hancock, and a few other fellows, they voted and ratified the first president, the first
Hmm.
black president, the first president ever. And also, he was black. He was
Amen.
a Moor,
Hmm.
okay? And his name was John Hanson. His picture is in the corridor of the White House. They don't even have him in the hall with the rest of them. and he wrote all of the legislation for this country. He was voted in by George Washington and John Hancock and such. So you also have Prince Edward, who was a Moor, Queen Charlotte, who was a Moor. Okay? And these people were aristocrats.
Mhm.
Okay? And they came here to help their brethren who fought against the King of England, to help them establish a society. Okay? They had also done this in their conquest of Spain, where I'm sorry, when they first came to Europe, like Othello
Mhm.
was a black man.
Right.
Okay? A lot of people also don't know that Shakespeare was
Right.
illiterate, and
Right.
it was his slave girl who
Right.
wrote everything, and she was
Right.
black. So
Right.
let's get back to it. Okay. So after everything was put together, after everything was written down, George Washington ordered the soldiers to take the fez off of those men's heads and order them down, down, down with the Native Americans.
Mm.
Okay? With the blacks, with the Native Americans. All right? And that's not the ironic part. The ironic part is the decree. And the decree says, take the feathers from their heads and never let their sons know the
Right.
valor and intelligence of their fathers. For
Mhm.
doing such would be an imminent threat to our democracy. So we know from the beginning of this country that they knew that we were superior in certain ways. Not because just because, we're of color. No, it is because we established civilizations. God said in the scripture that they are older than the stars.
Okay.
The ancient ones, the old ones, they call us in the Old
Mhm.
Testament. So, long story short, there has always been something to assail us, to keep us in a bad state. So sometimes I think that God is playing jokes on us, right?
He. I don't.
So
I think he. I think he's showing us. I think he's giving us.
listen, before I forget, listen, okay? So I forget what book of the Bible this is, but it talks about the Lion of Judah, okay?
Mhm.
And the verse goes, a lion sleeps in Judah. Who will wake him? And then they had this other thing where it's like a parable, okay? They spoke
Mhm.
in parables a lot in those days,
Right.
okay? So there was a man, and he was really brilliant, and everybody got angry with him because he, was smart and this and that. So they put him in a box, and they buried the box deep, 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 deep down, okay? And then vines grew over it, and everything grew over it, and they were like, you know, everybody just went on about their business
Mm.
until one day somebody came and said, hey, what's buried here? We don't know. It's a secret. But our fathers told us never to dig it up or it would be the end.
Mm.
And God said, a lion sleeps in Judah. Who will wake him? So it's already been established, okay? Like the Shriners and such,
Mhm.
the names that they carry. What is a shrine? A shrine is a place that holds a relic.
Mhm.
What is the relic? What is the secret? The secret is us.
Right. You know what? You just made me think of something. You know how like the Eritreans and the emperors and empresses from Ethiopia, when they
Yes.
believed that they descended from the son of Solomon and Queen of
Yep.
Sheba, you know,
Yep.
and they uh I I'm not sure if it's true, but you know, um
Listen, it
the wife of
is.
Solomon was
Queen
African.
of Queen Sheba had a serious love affair with Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where Mishalek came from.
Right.
When he became of age, he went
Interesting.
to Israel with his father, and his father gave him the Ark of Noah, the Ark of the Covenant.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And the Ark of the Covenant is still in Ethiopia till this day,
Oh,
guarded
okay,
by
Sheba.
priests.
Okay, Sheba.
Hmm.
Girl,
Don't start me.
girl.
Don't
Like,
start me, miss.
okay,
You know,
okay,
God loves this stuff.
Don't start
okay,
Queen
He
Sheba
be
now.
putting me to sleep with this stuff.
Don't
okay.
start me now. Wait a
Girl,
minute.
I
I
hear
was
you,
reading
Sheba.
Revelations to Lorelai, okay? Maybe
I
I should have read it to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
was
I'm getting down
listening
to the
right at
nitty
your
gritty. I'm
voice.
talking about the 7 churches and I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting down. Next thing I hear, it wasn't one of them hard sleeps. No, it was one of them. Hmm.
She does that to me all
I
the
was
time.
like,
Her voice.
not again. I was just getting to the good part. I'm like, okay, guys, you might want to get a pen and paper for this one. This is serious.
And people, they slip on the, you know, lions.
Hmm.
They're often like the symbolization of lions. They're like authority, strength, and dominance. But in Judaism, they use the symbol to represent one of the most motherfucker. Like, look, it's one of the most pristine and loved by God tribes, right? The
Yes.
tribe of Judah. You know,
Yes.
they
Who
and
is the
people,
who is the tribe of Judah?
the 12 sons of
One of
Jacob.
the 12 sons.
Right,
Okay. So
right.
you got Jacob who fought overnight
Mm-hmm.
with an angel after his brother stole his birthright.
Right.
So overnight he fought with the angel. He didn't know it was an angel. He didn't know who it was, but he knew that that person had some type of knowledge for
Mm-hmm.
him and he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't trying to give it up. So he fought with him all night long. And in the morning the angel said, "You have battled against the utmost." And God said that you are no longer Jacob. You
Okay.
are Israel.
Girl, look, let me tell you this. Look, people always ask
Hmm.
me, they're like, what they ask me, they're like, Lynn, what does your name mean on Instagram?
Girl.
I said, you need to, I really need you to do some deep prayer and thought over that. Because when I realized who I was, right? When I realized where I came from and the ultimate like position of my soul, even while I'm here on earth, you know how
Hmm.
I think it's in Revelations 5:5.
Okay.
The significance of it is like so the 12 tribes started with the 12 sons of Jacob, and then you
12.
know
Yes. So
later.
you got Zephalim,
Mm-hmm,
Judah,
mm-hmm,
Benjamin, Aaron.
mm-hmm.
It's a lot of them.
And
But
Judah
however, they
was
all were sent out,
right.
okay? Because God told them in Deuteronomy that I've given you, even in the Quran, God says, "O ye children of Israel, remember the favor I bestowed upon you."
Girl,
Okay? And in
yes.
the Bible, God says, he said, because no, he told Moses, he said, and after you die, they will totally go back to worshiping their idols. They will
Mm-hmm.
totally go back to the ways of their fathers. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Okay?
Right.
There's nothing you can do about it. So during the course of okay, they were led out of Egypt. Okay,
Mhm.
they saw all the miracles that God performed. God parted the ocean for them,
Mhm.
and God said, "And remember, when I opened up the mouth of the ocean and swallowed Pharaoh and his army in it."
Mhm.
Okay, but still you did not obey. Remember when Moses went on top of the mount
Mhm.
and you worshiped the calf.
Right.
Okay,
That red one, right? It was
indeed. Well, no, it was golden.
right. Right.
So
Mhm.
they went to Aaron, Moses's brother. That's who my son is named after.
Mhm.
They
My
went to
nephew's named
Aaron.
after him too.
Yay. Aaron was the one who spoke in the presence of the Pharisees and Pharaoh and everything because Moses had a speech impediment.
Mhm.
So it was Aaron who spoke for him. It was Aaron who was most loyal to him. So when he went upon the mount, it was Aaron who said, "No, we can't do this. Don't do this." And he began to cry because he was the only one that was like a welder. He made jewelry and things. So
Mm.
everybody put all of their gold, their jewelry that they had in a pot and melted it down. And they fashioned the calf. And
Mm.
then they worshiped the calf. And
Mhm.
while Moses was on top of the mount getting the 10 commandments from God below Mount Olive, they were worshiping a golden cow
Mhm.
after they had just been rescued from slavery.
Okay. Okay.
So God said, "I will send you back into your land. Go
Mhm.
into your land praising my name."
Right.
But there were things that they did along the way that showed their ungratefulness. So God said, okay, they said, "Well, Moses, how can we believe in your God if we ain't never seen him?"
Mhm.
Moses go and pray to God and say, "Well, they talking about they need to see you now." And when God showed his face, they all dropped dead.
Amen.
And
Amen.
God raised them up again. All right.
Mhm.
So it was a man out there, and he, had passed away. And they told him, well, just, put a little bit of that salve from a female, calf out there.
Mhm.
Any calf would do. They asked Moses, "Well, what size is it going to be?" God said average size. "Well, what color is it going to be?" "It's going to be brown and a little bit of white." "Well, what age will it be?" Like, they were so disrespectful.
Mhm.
Okay. So after that, they had a situation with the manna and the quail, where
Mhm.
God sent them literally milk from heaven
Mhm.
every day. And the quail, the bird that is so clean, okay? The
Mhm.
quail is the cleanest. And they said, "We don't want this bland food. We want some of the potatoes and the onions that they growing down there." Moses said, "You would want what comes out of the dirt over what God gave you?"
Mhm.
"Yes." So God said, "Okay, I won't send it to him no more." All right.
That's what
Finally,
Dr. Sabi be saying. You know,
hmm,
don't be fucking around with them potatoes. You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Finally, they're going into their land. And they going into the land, and they supposed to go in on their right foot facing forward, and they're supposed to be praising God.
Mhm.
Instead, they went in backwards and mocked God.
Right.
At that moment, God said, "These curses will be afflicted upon you, and I will turn my back to you, and I will not hear your cries.
Right. Yeah.
I am going to send
Mhm.
you back out to Egypt
A sheep
on
among wolves.
ships."
Mhm.
Yes, on ships. "You
Mm.
will neither own nor will you borrow."
My God.
Your men will leave your sons.
My God. My God. Mm, 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 mm.
And after a sad time, I will then turn my face back to you, for I am the most merciful.
Right.
And from the land of your captors, you will wake up and you will praise my name. But for
Right.
the next 400 years, you will see Israel no more.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Right. Right.
Okay?
Right.
So
And
when the
we
Jews
gotta
get
go
back
through that.
home, okay? When we get back home, it's supposed to be no war in the world. All right? God
Mm-hmm.
said that when the Antichrist crosses the river of Jordan, it will dry the river of Jordan up. Look at the river of Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? These things are happening. And the birds will cry out in space, woe to the humans on earth. And they will set for beasts. And they will ravage the earth, ravage the people. And the people who was murdered senselessly, because in the end it's going to be over who's with God and who's not
Mm-hmm.
black and white, not rich or poor.
Right.
And those people will be underneath the altar in white robes, and they're going to say, my Lord, when are you going to avenge me? Okay? This is very serious stuff. God wrote
Oh,
letters
guy.
to the seven churches.
People don't
Wrote
think it's
letters.
serious.
Huh?
People, people don't think that it's, they know, they know, they have an understanding, like a slight small twinkle of an
Mm.
understanding of it. But in the oh, I just thought about my uncle. Amen. I love him so much. I
Oh,
can't wait to see him. So
amen.
the Hebrew Bible, the 12 tribes began with the obviously the 12 sons of Jacob, then called Israel, and Judah was the
Come
fourth
hang these shower
son
curtains.
of Jacob and his first wife Leah, right?
Yes.
And um, when the monarchy um, was established in the United
Want some
Kingdom, they split
batteries?
into northern Israel and southern Judah.
What you say? Say it again, please. I'm sorry.
When the United Kingdom split into northern Israel and southern Judah, like
Yes.
around 10th century, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The only
During
tribe
the
that split,
Islamic Crusade.
right, and it was only
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin and Judah that inhabited the kingdom of Judah, which was Israel,
Exactly.
and the
Yes.
other 10 were in Israel. So the rulers were predominantly from the tribe of Judah, right? Even
Mm-hmm.
even the words, so like I'll say it like the English word, like Judaism and Jew used
Mm-hmm.
to describe the Israelites' religion, and that's where that name came from. And um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, when we realized long before, like way long before the Israelite monarchy, Jacob he blessed Judah on his deathbed, saying, he said like something like lions are going to whelp, or but can you imagine Israel blessing Israel on the
He told
deathbed?
him. Yes, he told him that you have to be steadfast.
Mm-hmm.
Steadfast if you want to make it to where I am today.
Right.
Because Jacob, Israel had gone through so much.
Yeah.
He had gone through a lot. And I don't even think people understand. Okay, you have a brother. You're hairier, you're taller, you're more robust, and then you got this little scrawny brother. But your mom favors your brother over you.
Right.
Your father said, well, of course, when I pass away, like in our terms, hey, Kalia, here's the
Well, alrighty then.
You know what? How I knew that this was like
wait a minute.
uh I cannot even believe I didn't even know that was her daughter's name. That's my niece's name.
Talia.
Mm-hmm. Because you know, my my hold on, I gotta think because I want to make sure I say the right thing. My they're they're Nation of Islam, but it's like still the same thing to me. Not really, but okay. You know, all of them like all of them have. Remember, I was explaining to you like the Y in our name and um, what it's used for. You know, why we have a Y, and but that's just kind of like blew my mind that because actually need to call her, see that they're doing okay. Is your nose still bleeding?
No, it stopped. That shit just came out of nowhere. That's why I was muted because it wouldn't stop. It was like just yeah.
Hmm. How many people are in the chat?
Oh, it's only 12. You know, they don't want to hear anything that they can learn from.
Right.
They
Is
just want to see if there's some bullshit over here. That's all.
is Mel
All
still
right.
here?
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I,
Mel said she was going to sleep because she didn't sleep last night.
Oh yeah.
like right now is like for me, it's like rediscovering purpose, rediscovering life. It's
Mm-hmm.
like when I look outside, it's a different outside. You know, it's a different. It's so different. Like, and I thank you and my guys so much. Like, you guys don't understand, man, what it's been to me. You know, it's literally been it literally saved my life. You
Mm.
know, literally. You know, and when you go around and you just like a sponge, you know, far as information is concerned. I remember my godmother, her name is Rita Kroom. She's my real life godmother. She was there at my baptism.
Mm.
I was baptized and confirmed in the Episcopal Church. And
Oh.
I played a major part in church. I was dedicated. I was the secretary of my youth fellowship. I was an acolyte. I mean, I was real heavy in church. And my grandma, it was my grandma's church. And when she passed away, I felt like it was my duty to, hold it down.
Yeah.
And that is where I learned about politics. There were lots of politicians that attended my church. Um, Tony Fulton of the 41st district, Vivian Washington, the woman that opened the first high school, middle school for pregnant girls. Um, so many teachers and educators and legislators poured so much into me. And I had a very horrible, life on the other side.
Mm.
But I never had the victim mentality. I've always been against that my whole life. I knew I was not going to make it, you know, with woe is me,
Right.
so coming along and coming through those years, yes, it's been a long time coming. Can we go to the bathroom, Errol? I'm doing longer way in there because I sneeze. Plus, I rinse out the tub. Okay, okay, okay. I'm okay.
She's funny.
That daggone. Thanks, Noodles.
Leave her
Thank
alone.
you. Say hi to everybody. They don't heard you. Just speak. Come on, just say hi.
Hey, mama.
She said, "Hey,
Mm-mm. Order shy.
Okay.
Sheba,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a I'm gonna have a
I'm
I have to
two
plan it
trees
first,
whole.
but I'm gonna have a an online housewarming party
Mmm.
since because I know everybody can't come here and like smoke weed and then eat and stuff. So I'm gonna have a online party and um
We'll be smoking pot and eating. I'm down. Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna get my garage. I'm gonna get the garage floor finished because that's gonna be my smoking room.
Man, I'm moving in, man. I'm gonna pack my duffel bag, man.
Like, yeah, it'll be the hot box.
Yeah, me too. I'm on my
Yeah,
way.
I'm down with it, man. I'm going to vacate these premises. I was just now threatening these people today, telling them how I was going to run away.
You
And
said
I'm
those
going to
people.
take my cookie, and y'all not going to see me no more.
That's what my cousin said. She said these damn people in this house need to go to work.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a vicious cycle. I got a son that makes great money. But do you know, that son of mine said, Mommy,
You
I
just
need my brush, my video game, my controllers, my games, and all of my clothes.
Because
I
that'll
said,
always be
okay,
your
son.
baby.
Yeah, okay. And I need grandpa's duffel bag. Him and my dad,
Hmm.
him and my dad, you know how that go. So I go down there to go get the stuff. He didn't leave a sock clean. So I'm
Hmm.
down there for 4 days. I didn't even realize how many clothes I had bought this child. This boy got graphic tees, button ups, long sleeves, jerseys, hoodies, coats, boots, sneakers. And I'm like, damn, how much money did I spend on this stuff? Size 13 Air Max and stuff like that. And he demanded that I pay all of that money to ship him his stuff. And I damn shipped it. And his father said, well, he can't get all of it. If he can't get all of it, don't send that bag. That bag is old. I said, he wanted. He said, you just treating him like he the golden child or somebody. I said, because that's because he is. And you already know. Don't talk about my damn boy.
Hmm.
Fucking around with my fucking boy. We are fighting this motherfucker.
Did he already get a civilian clothes chit?
Yeah, he can have his stuff now. He's at culinary school at Fort Lee.
You know,
Oh,
he
wait a
he
minute. No, 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 no. Don't say nothing else about him. We'll say that we'll say that privately.
right.
Hmm.
Yeah, because these fucking crackheads.
Yeah, hell to the no. Hell to the no. Yep, my
Mm-mm.
baby sure is. He is all the way in Texas, loving his life, living his best life.
I want to I want to send him uh like my uh because we have some of the same ribbons, you know,
Yeah.
and I want to gift him, one that's, good enough to
Oh,
be his grandfather, you know.
oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be so sweet.
Let me see if I can. Is it in this?
her is sweet. I, you're so
Huh?
I.
Thanks, guy. You're kind of cool yourself.
Kind of cool yourself.
Yo, Joe Biden did have some funny ass looks at the debate, yo. His
Look,
eyes almost bulged out his damn head. Oh my gosh.
I want to send him this one.
Oh
Wait,
my God, Lynn, you are decorated, baby.
this one right
What do
here.
they mean?
Um, some of them are. This is a lot of my little symbols fell off though. These little symbols right here.
Yeah.
So this is for um this is for wait, I can't, it's very difficult for me to do this with this side. So the two on the bottom
Mm-hmm.
right here is for like rifle and shotgun,
Mm.
and this one is an overseas ribbon. This one is the army service ribbon. This is for Iraq and Afghanistan.
Wow.
Um, this one is for merit. This one is for
Oh
Wait,
my goodness.
meritorious. Um, this one is for meritorious.
Mm.
This one is for good conduct. Wait, this one is for good conduct. This one is good conduct. This is like honorable services, like that. I've never been in trouble in the military. I never had a write up, never had anything like that. And then
Wow.
um, let's see, this one is a uh, this one is a battle E, because my ship, we didn't, we, I guess, fought the good battle while we were getting our asses whipped. And then this one is um, because I've been in I've been through overseas wars, and that's like a that was like actually the last one I got. All that took 18 years.
Wow, that's cool, Lynn.
Mhm.
Wow. With your spotless record. So go on, girl.
That don't mean I wasn't with the fuck shit though, because I was, people just thought I was. They were like, "Oh, she's Haitian." She did the Haitians act like that. I was like, "Oh, but you'll still get cussed the fuck
Mm-mm.
out."
What?
I was one of those. I was, I had to, because I'm an easy fucking target for people, So I had to be.
Never get it fucked up.
For
Like,
a long time in the military, I was not who I was. I was, I would keep, like I would make myself look hard on the outside so people wouldn't fuck with me, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the first time I seen her spaz out was that first argument. Out of almost a whole year, that was the first time I've ever seen her spaz out. I'm like, what the hell?
I really don't, because honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth, because like you can only be so fucking blessed to be in the position that God has put me in. Like you can only be so fucking blessed. Like, like get with me so I can help you. Like get at me. Fuck, man. Fuck, people are fucking stupid.
Mhm.
You want to know something?
And they
the night that the Lord, came to me, I would not have even. Let me tell you, it was pure love and pure hope. Like I loved Him so much because I knew it was Him, because it could not have been nobody else in my life that night that He came to me, and I committed the rest of my existence to Him. I even
Mm.
feel like for years I wasn't even in a relationship because I needed to dedicate my life to God, meaning it was only about Him and about what He wanted me to do. Because being in a relationship really put a lot on me, and I couldn't exert my energy to the people who really needed it instead of being with fuck shit people, you know?
Mhm. I know how that shit go. There's a lot of that around.
Oh, I need to get my joints are killing me. I haven't, the damn VA hasn't sent me my injection, so I'm just like,
how's your head?
huh?
How's your head?
It feels a lot better. That medicine works, but I'm nauseated, you know?
Mm.
I get my
You
gallbladder out
know what
on
time it
the,
is.
huh?
You know what time it is.
Girl, I can't, because all I'll do is get hungry.
Mm.
You're gonna do that anyways.
Yeah. But I want some soup or some noodles or something like that. I think I might go in there. We have like boudin in there. I might go fix me some of that.
Mm.
You got what in there?
Like sausage with
Oh,
with rice. It has rice, and
Mhm.
my mom makes it, kind of like very like South Louisiana style. So she'll put,
Yeah.
it's going
she'll
down,
put
yo.
yeah. Sheba,
Yes.
can you do me a favor? Because I'm like having the worst time trying to find this. And it's not because I cannot make a decision, but it's just because I just really, because like very practical things like this, like very practical things like, looking for a refrigerator or looking for a washer and dryer, I get really
Mhm.
overwhelmed and really confused, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, I really do. But like with matters of the heart and matters of the soul, I'm always on point, you know?
Right.
But like, where would be a good place that I could get those at?
Bedroom sets and stuff.
No, like,
Somebody's having a sale. I meant to tell you about that too.
Furniture.
oh, probably Penny's, J.C. Penney's, oh, sorry ass.
You
No,
looking for
no,
furniture?
No, I'm looking for,
I think Lowe's, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I need a washer and a dryer, and I need a refrigerator because I don't have a refrigerator yet. You know,
Okay. What are
but
you what are you how
You don't
much are
want
you
none of
looking to
that
spend?
fancy stuff from
um,
the guy.
between 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 0 cents and 75 cents.
Okay. Well,
That's dollhouse. I'm gonna give you this dollhouse refrigerator and this dollhouse washer and dryer, and get
well,
at
look.
it.
I mean, I have the new
Not
Maytag.
75 cents though.
Okay, so I got the new Maytag, and
Hmm.
it's pretty damn cool. But if you cover up the agitator that's flat at the bottom,
Hmm.
then it will put water into the computer and it'll go on the fritz.
Wow.
So
I
you have to not cover the agitator.
I was
Everything.
looking.
China said Lowe's too. I knew it was something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
China
Okay,
said she just bought a fridge too from
I
there.
I
was
would
looking.
say I would say Lowe's. I will also say Home Depot for the refrigerator.
I
So
found I found a side by side, and when I tell you that this refrigerator made me moist, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
stainless steel,
It was, yeah, it was stainless steel, and let me tell
my
you,
kind of shit.
on the left side of the refrigerator, the front door. Let me guess what it has:
What?
a
I,
Keurig maker inside, a coffee maker inside the refrigerator.
Oh, that's
oh,
a Maytag.
I
That's a
thought
damn
I figured
Maytag.
ice.
That is a Maytag, and it got the little computer where you can write the food that you don't have. Oh
Yeah,
my god, that's a
my God.
Maytag.
Yeah, my
I
God.
can't get no more stuff though. I can't. I can't. I think Cookie broke my damn bed.
Oh, leave Cookie alone.
He was doing the fucking worm on it. Now my
Oh
damn bed
my
got to
God.
lift up and
Worm. Yo, Cookie be cracking the fuck up.
he was doing the worm, and now my fucking bed is like it'll vibrate, it'll give you a massage, but it's not moving anymore. Luckily, I got that warranty.
This is my first. This is my very first time ever in my whole adult life and young life that I've
Mm-hmm.
ever bought a king size bed. Right, because
Oh
I've
man,
never like. I don't really care if people sleep in the bed with me, but because I have, like I sleep in one position and one position only, and I don't move for the rest of the night. People that like my bed partner, they think like I don't want to be affectionate, but I'm like I just really love like having uh like close. I was I was in Target the other day. I sure the fuck did take that weighted blanket out and put it on me. It felt so good, and I walked
Did
around the
it?
store for a little. Oh my God, I walked around the
I
store for a
told
little
you.
bit.
my
Um,
kid got one of those.
yeah, I need to get one, but I got to find one that I'm not going to get irritated with
No,
because
we talked about that the other
yeah,
day.
yeah, mm-hmm.
My kids got that. The one of the older ones. Damn nut. I gotta go and find her in a few minutes.
I think it would be really good for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be under one of them. I'd call the fuck out of there like, let me out.
It's not like that. It's like okay, the inside of the little quilted like parts or whatever, it is like heavy, but it's real soft and cuddly, and it makes you feel like you're in like a cocoon, not the scary kind, but the kind where your head is out and you can breathe, not like the people in those eggs on the movie Cocoon, but yeah. I kind of got a phobia about something covering up my head,
Well,
and
my kid don't move when she sleeps.
this is safe.
I be all over the fucking place.
Shh, man, I can't move all over the place. Shit, goddamn invader, wake up with a goddamn remote up your ass or something. One day I woke up, my fucking
We
feet
don't
was
want
in
to
the
talk
damn
about
air.
that, do we, Lynn?
I
What?
woke up and my feet was straight up in the damn air. The bottom of my bed was pointing straight up. My feet was all the way up. My head was flat. And I woke up like, what in the shit?
Hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about another time, not on here. It was
Mhm,
quite
mhm.
funny as shit.
Y'all some weirdies. Some weirdies, man. Ooh.
It was something she did.
Ooh, China got a double fridge, man. And she got the ice maker. I
I knew
just
it
want a
was low
big
at
cup
the
of ice.
store. You should look online tomorrow.
I just want a big ass cup of crushed ice. My refrigerator in Baltimore is that. And it's stainless steel. We got it from Best Buy. Yeah, Best Buy
I
has
like
nice
those, and
stuff too.
they're easy to clean up too.
Did y'all get
Yeah.
a text message from me right now?
No,
No.
Let me see.
from where in the back chat or the phone?
Oh, yes, I
Ah,
did.
the phone.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Sheba, can you send it to her?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
You're gonna laugh.
Mhm.
Well, I know you, and ain't no telling. You have me cracking the fuck up.
It ain't none of your friends' business. Ain't something. I just now got it. Niggas.
You know I can't
Yeah,
respond to that right here, but yeah, that's some funny shit.
I can't. I can't. Oh, guys, listen. Okay, I really, really, really had a great time talking to you guys. Okay, but MSNBC is live right now,
Oh God,
and
did you miss Brian?
Brian is back on, and I am going to have to end this live because I have to see. Plus, Trump said chain, and I just want to laugh a little bit. Oh, that's all right. Y'all here with me.
I'm gonna
That's
get my
it.
ass in the tub because my body is achy.
All right. Still laughing at that
What?
shit.
Listen, y'all stop fucking with me and my boy Brian, okay? This is
Oh,
serious damn business, man. I
you and
don't
Brian.
mess with nobody about their stuff they like, but I get ragged on about Brian and politics, and
Well, you know,
Puerto
the only
Rican
reason
called me
I'm ragging
Malcolm
on you
X.
about that because it's funny because you be dead ass serious. I gotta call you back, Brian's on.
It's really
Who
serious
the
in my
fuck is
world. Brian Williams, man. Gosh.
Brian?
Okay.
Do you know who Brian is?
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all.
Do you know who Brian is?
Mm-hmm. I do.
I was like, who the fuck is Brian? She just started cracking up laughing. I'm like, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that boy is just so daggone sweet to me. You hear me? That's my best buddy.
Who?
My baby.
The ending salutation for tonight is don't chase anyone. Get on your shit. You'll run into them later.
All right.
All right. Hey, did you download that app I told you about the full moon?
Mm-mm.
Well, you don't have to download it. I'll just send you it every day because it or every other day. It tells me every time the moon goes into another uh
Hey.
another sign.
Mm-hmm.
It's very entailed, and I know you love the moon.
I do.
Well, the moon loves you because that baby be right over your head and shining bright.
All the time. Yeah.
Shining bright. How does Nature Boy song go? Shining bright. How does it go?
Fuck if I know.
Come on.
Shit, I don't know. Uh, oh, I know. Wait, let me see. Fuck, how does it start?
Hold on. I'm about to pull it up. Give me 1 minute.
I swear to God, my house is Arkham Asylum. Oh my God, hold up. Jay, you been in here rocking. China, you been in here rocking, yo. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for
Looking at
rocking.
you, gotta think.
Thank y'all for rocking out this whole time, man. I love y'all.
And remember, no barking from the dogs,
Oh,
no
listen.
hog, and mama cooked breakfast with no hog.
And yeah,
Hold on. I'm about to
and
play the song.
let's
I
go.
got one for you, guy.
Come on, guy.
Hey,
I know you like this lifestyle we're living. It's
Hey,
Mother Nature. Download these life codes that I've been given. Put into action, they could save us. Always giving all that God. From my heart, I love myself. You're my
hey.
blessing. I thought I'd tell ya. Separation's an illusion. I am you and you are me. Let's stop fighting one another. If we embrace what makes all us different, love is understanding each other. Ocean breeze and palm trees, you know I got it. I live my life the right way. I'm in the tropics, in tune with the divine knowledge. They can't stop me. Tap into
I
the
really do need that nigga to grow the fuck up. He's too old to be a rapper.
I am. What?
Look,
I said I really do need that nigga to grow up. He's too old to be a rapper, but them fucking them words are like fire
I
though.
listen.
yeah.
I have a secret crush on him, and I
Oh,
secretly want to run butt naked in nature with him. But
girl, go at it because I'm gonna tell you this.
Bye, guy.
I
I'll
look, bitch.
say,
I will tie all
we
my
gonna see
You
shit
know
you.
up.
where I'm
We
going.
gonna
I
see
ain't
you when
going
you get
there.
back.
I will tie all my shit up on a goddamn stick with a white sheet like the rest of the bitches, and go over there and hang off that thing like a fucking monkey. Don't don't tempt me.
Mm-mm.
Guy, you're too much.
I'll
And
be over there, banana cream pie.
and Efaru and uh what's her name? Efaru Sheba and ayahuasca, they'll be feeding you grapes.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't trust they motherfucking grapes. I'm only here for the goddamn swinging of the strong. No,
I
ma'am.
really do. I wouldn't.
Would you
No,
like some soap to wash your
No
pussy
God.
today?
no
No
God. Okay,
Would
God.
you like
no
to
God,
wash your pussy today? Would you like to
no
go get
God.
checked for STDs?
Well, love. She likes to swing from those. We don't get down like
Mm-mm,
Look,
that. No
check
God.
it with me
mm-mm.
and do your job. Hey,
You
yeah,
know,
like I ain't know I ain't
I
got
don't
no clothes over
agree.
there.
I don't agree with like what's her name? Uh,
Sybil.
no, what's
Velvet rotten ass.
she's
Ooh.
okay, I can't
Oh
think.
hell. Damn
Well,
it. Stop throwing stuff.
That's why I think I had a seizure while I was asleep because like shit is not resonating right now.
Take a deep breath. Look up to your right and say the word react. Whenever you forget, up to your right, react, and it should come to you. If it
Okay,
don't come that first time, do it again.
okay, hold on.
Hmm.
What was I saying though?
My baby.
Listen, man, I'm
My
shot the
baby is
fuck
funny.
out. I can't fucking remember halfway through a damn
I
sentence.
knew
So
she was
don't do
gonna
it.
do that. Come back and say,
I
"What was
fucking smoked all of my goddamn brain cells to shit. And what I didn't fuck up with goddamn weed, pills did the rest. I'm lucky I remember my goddamn name.
I saying?"
You and me
I used
both.
to be high as goddamn giraffe pussy. 24 hours out of 24 days. The fuck?
My
I
grandma
was
be saying that. She be saying, she be saying, uh, them little hot ass girls walking around here smelling like wolf pussy.
yes indeed.
When
Goddamn
have
wolf
you seen
pussy.
her lately? I haven't heard you talk about her. She all right?
Yeah, she's okay, but she be tripping. She need to get right with God so she can go to heaven when she pass away.
Hey
But
yo, she ain't gotta give. Come on now, man. Look,
no, she does. You know what?
I
Like
live to be
my
real old.
grandmother.
You got the right to be a bitch, man. I'm
Yeah, but you
sorry.
know what? My grandmother, I love her. She knows I love her. But my grandmother, we have to learn in succession. So my mother had to learn a great deal from her in order for me to be able to learn a great deal from my mother. But if you block that learning and still keep secrets, because my grandma, she didn't have a birth certificate, right? So we had to like, get a birth certificate for her, and like we found out that, like she's much older than we thought.
Damn. How old is
Yeah.
she? Well, you know,
98.
back then they did not, you know, everybody was born at home,
Yeah.
especially black people. Like my husband's mom, she had all eight of hers at home,
Wow.
and they were never listed on anything at the hospital. The day that they were born, his father charted the stars.
Mm.
That is how he knows his birthday. And he fashioned each of them a ring according to the
Oh yeah, you
astrology
told me
of
about
where the stars were the day they were born, because underneath that lies their fortune.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And my husband had one, and his ex-wife stole it. Needless to say, her life has been shitty ever since.
the karma, baby.
You can't fuck around with some people's shit. No, my father-in-law was what you call a malam. He
Mm.
was an Islamic mystic,
Oh
and he
wow.
originally from Benin Republic. So voodoo is the culture. Christianity, Islam, all of that. The religions are there, but the culture, the people themselves, you understand, they have the doggone tribe. These people are literally descendants of ancient people, the first people to ever use currency, you know to the first people to use currency. And they say that their elders, their ancestors was aliens, but that's not here nor there. But I say all of that to say that they are very magical people.
Mm-hmm.
You can see inanimate things start twirling and moving, and it's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna send y'all something to watch. But his one of his daughters was being harassed by a demon. The
Mm.
demon wanted to marry her,
Oh yeah, you
and he
told me
would
about
destroy all of her, relationships. And my father-in-law caught it and kept him in a bottle. But the agreement is, upon his death, that thing is free.
that.
She was married for 13 days one time. She was married for 2 weeks. Enough, girl. Listen, homeboy back with a vengeance, and he wants to be in a relationship with her. He materialized in physical form once, and that's how he got caught. He got caught. He you just gotta you just
That's deep.
everybody is not to be toyed with out here.
Right.
Everybody does not play by your set of rules, and they will not play by your set of rules. And you get into something with these people, and the next thing you know, it's hell to pay, you know? So first of all, we should all understand that we should not go around just pestering and demeaning and humiliating one another.
Having bad intentions with people.
Yes, that malicious intent. Yes. And you never know what the next person does behind closed doors.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
person
Come
that you
on,
think
guys. Tell it.
so sweet and so nice, and that damn person, is a vicious force to be reckoned with. So I would just advise, people to just, man, just
What
be
I
okay
get
who you
told. Be
are.
mindful.
Yes, like it's okay to just be you. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's okay. It's okay to just be. It's all right. Like, nobody's gonna be mad. Like, it's just really tragic.
Yeah, you ain't gotta
What's
fake
going
it.
on.
You ain't gotta fake it to kick it or lie to kick it. However the fuck that goes, you know what I'm talking about.
Word, guy. You ain't got a lot to kick it with me. Exactly. That's how I feel. Nobody don't got a lot to kick it. Like, whatever it is with you, that's what it is. You know? Whatever it is, man, that's what it is. And all of
I
this
can't handle the backstabbing shit, yo, because I don't do that type of shit. I just can't do it.
is fucking hard to accept, man. It's hard to accept. Like, cause my problem with the wig is I was kind to her.
Exactly.
I
Right.
gave her genuine love.
That's
And
right.
as soon as she had an opportunity, not only did she fold and turn on me, but she
But she
spoke.
expected all of us to do it as well.
Yes, and she spoke so negatively about me. And at first, I was like, don't be surprised. You can't be surprised. That's what this person does or whatever. That's what I was telling myself. This is how this person acts. You know, can't be surprised.
Y'all want to learn how to say a wig wearing horse with no teeth in patois or French?
Go ahead.
I'll pronounce it kind of English wise so you can hear it, so you can understand it. I mean, so you can hear it. So,
Damn
like,
back. Yeah.
wig is pronounced. Wait, how do you pronounce it? So, like peruque, right? Portant un cheval sans dents. So it's like peruque portant un cheval, like sans no dents. Because if you think about French, like you know how like the dentist. So
Mm.
that's teeth in French, I think. Dent.
I am a dentist.
Mhm. Summer loving happens so fast.
Hey, look, don't get me started.
Me and Guy be singing all the time. Tell
Yo,
Oh, listen to this. This is the last thing that I'm gonna ever not ever say to y'all, but hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Um, this made me think of you yesterday, Lorelai.
all
Let me see.
I I do is think of you
Guys.
day and night. I can't get you off my mind. Think about.
Like you don't get no Chicano than this right here.
I can't wait to get to school.
Not that.
Damn, why did I put that out? Yes. Hmm.
Wait a minute, that beat sounds familiar.
It's Rosie and the Originals.
All right.
It's just like heaven being here with you. You're like an angel.
Whatever you do during this song, don't touch yourself. Cha cha. Keep your hands on the keys. Oh, okay, y'all. I'm gonna get in this damn tub so I can thank
All
God.
right.
All right, guys, I'm going to go back to this post debate.
Hasta
Thing.
de luego,
Yeah.
hombre.
Okay. Uh, hasta la vista, compadre, senorita. All right, y'all. We gonna take it
Oh
down
wait.
for the night. Oh,
Okay. Who wants a request? I'll play the music on everybody's way out.
uh, I can't wait to take the long way home.
Who sings it?
I don't know. It's all I do. I think it's true. All I do is think of you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
true.
And bells start to ring, and angels start to sing.
hey, I'm in love with you.
Hey, I think the world of you.
All right, I'm gonna play it. I love you guys.
I love
Love
you
you
too.
more. You guys have a good evening, and we'll do this again next time. Love you, everybody. Peace.
Gang, gang.
Dang.
Mhm.
I can forget this foolish day and make you to have my way. And bells start to ring, the angel starts to sing. Hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do? Hey, it's okay. I
Love you.
come on, guy, get it.
Oh,
Long way home,
just
so
so
I
I
can
can
be
alone
alone today.
think of words to say.
My
I
heart will
want it to stay. Hey, I'm in love with you.
not
Think the
world
world
of
of
you. This is my part. Oh, won't you please, please be mine?
I do this.
Baby, I tell you, I can't think of you all the time. All the time. Woo. I'm in love with you. I think the world of you.
I keep thinking about you. Baby, day and night, that's all I do.
Can't get you. All right, guy.
Peace.
That's the end of our show. Love you guys.
All righty. It's been real, people. Uh,
We did a good one tonight. I like it.
yeah, it was pretty damn cool. Um,
Did
we'll
you
see
read
you
the
guys.
backpack guy? That shit's funny as shit.
Yes, I did. You a damn fool. Damn nut. I looked at that shit. I said, this nigga's ill. Who says this kind of shit?
Oh shit.
I'm up here watching my boy Brian playing spades, kicking butt. These niggas can't see
Oh
me.
yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna get off here. I'll meet you on Angry Birds.
Peace. All right, guy.
Love you.
Good
Love
night. Good
everybody.
night. Love
Good night.
y'all. Love you more, guy. Everybody, peace. Good night.